episode 220. It's our Halloween episode. Spooktober's been here all month long for us. And it's time to have all the spooks fit. It's time to do what
That's
we do
scary. Best. Terrifying. Spooky.
I'm excited.
I don't have one of those.
Yeah. I thought about doing, like, telling you boys, let's do a full costume episode, but maybe next year. Chalk it up to maybe next year.
I would have been Matt LaFleur.
Oh, you'd have been great. Have you seen that meme? Like, all like 20 plus, 30 plus year old guys just dressed as a defensive coordinator now at work. Like,
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's like the long sleeve, like pullover, joggers. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
I did see the Lions, one of their offensive linemen dressed as Dan Campbell. I saw that.
Oh, hell yeah, that was awesome. So, well, we wish you guys all the Spooktober vibes, and hopefully good World Series vibes. We're going to talk about that. We're actually going to jump right into it because Game 4 is going on right now. It's very one-sided. I think we're a little shocked because we thought, we knew Yankees, Dodgers, two best teams we'd see. You don't see it very often. We talked about last week. Usually there's an underdog that slips in there. But man, like, Dodgers are just, it's their year. Like, I feel like they are just on a roll. They're up 2-0 right now. Their bats are hot, and there's nothing the Yankees can throw at them. Oh, 3-0. Yeah. Okay.
3-0.
Scored.
Because they won last night. Oh, I thought you meant in the series.
No, I meant the score. Yeah. It's 3-0.
They're up 2-0 tonight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so this is bad for the Yankees. They're doing everything they can not to get swept. It's not working out for them. LA is just a different level, it seems like.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of the, take away Freddie Freeman's home run in Game 1. What happens? That was just so detrimental to collapse like that, especially after Garrett Cole just pitched lights out.
Right?
And I think that was even the story going into the series. The Yankees, their pitchers, their starters were the first two were better than the Dodgers. So you felt like they had to steal one of those games.
Exactly.
And when they lost Game 1 after Cole just pitched lights out, that was detrimental. And then Game 2, they had the opposite scenario that the Dodgers had, where they had the bases loaded bottom of the ninth, 2 out. And they didn't, they couldn't produce. So it's just like, I don't know if we missed it because we said it feels like a 7-game series. Like, I just feel like the ball just has not rolled the Yankees' way, like, at all. And it's just kind of unfortunate. But I think it's been a great series. Like, it's been a great 3 games. But unfortunately, it feels like it's going to be the best 4-0 sweep we've ever seen. Like, it just it's unfortunate.
I think that Game 1, like, Yankees threw the best they had at them, and they still, like, lost. And I feel like that just swung momentum completely to the Dodgers' way. Because, you're right. Like, the games have been fairly close, but I feel like Game 1 super close. Freddie Freeman that's his ice in the veins moment, his MVP moment almost, right? And then Game 2, Dodgers a little bit better than the Yankees. Last night's game, Dodgers just out. They were just a better team last night. It wasn't close, and it looks like up 2-0 in the second inning right now. It's a repeat of last night's game where, I think game 1 swings the other way. We probably have a 7-game series, but unfortunately, it's just momentum.
I think it could have been nice.
Yeah.
Or Yankees finished Game 2. Like, if they had returned the favor, it would have been like, oh man, it could have been.
Here we go.
The momentum would have swung right back. So
exactly.
It's just tough. Those first 2 games really close.
You've got this. I'm gonna let you introduce it. It's being the number 1 team.
It's the year.
It seems like this is the year for it, right?
The year to be first. Started with March Madness when UConn and USC both ran the table. Yeah. And then a week later, world number 1, Scottie Scheffler, wins the Masters. NBA playoffs, your Boston Celtics, the best record in basketball. They run away with it. Just feels like hockey didn't really work out.
No.
Florida Panthers were a 1 seed. They weren't the number 1 overall. Just makes you wonder now, like, who gets the 1 seed for college football? Like, who is the end of the season number 1? for NFL, who's the top of each division or each conference, it just feels like if you're in first place, it's just meant for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just kind of where I'm sitting at. And now the Dodgers, of course, like Dodgers Yankees World Series, the two undisputed number ones, and the Dodgers have the best record of baseball.
Yeah, and if you could even rewind to last year's NFL playoffs, and yeah, the Chiefs weren't one seed overall.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
Everybody on paper was
really
like, they've got a really good chance here. Like they were kind of the betting favorite.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they were definitely favored over Baltimore in the AFC, and the Niners made it for the NFC. So it did feel like the two best teams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so, I'm actually with you.
Typically, when we talk about this, it's like the number one's a curse thing. Like I'm looking at college football right now, and it just seems like a huge curse to be number one.
It seems like the kiss of death. Like you don't want to be the number one seed, but yeah, it feels like I don't know why. For some reason, maybe it just exudes confidence.
Yeah,
you just feel like you're the best.
Yeah, you might be on something.
Know. Or maybe this shows Vegas because, like, who bets the favorite? Does anybody bet the favorite anymore?
No dogs.
Like everyone's trying to find. Everyone's on their social trying to find those deep odds and all that. Maybe they're giving it. Yeah. They're rigging it to the favorites because
they said they're on to us.
Yeah, exactly. More money that way.
I don't hate what you're laying down here. I might pick it up.
Yeah. That's my conspiracy theory. That's my tinfoil hat.
I love it.
Take of the day.
Well, let's jump to college ball, and we'll do top 10. I don't have a graphic for it, so I do apologize. But I'll just riddle them off, y'all. We'll do the top 10.
You know what? If anything doesn't need a graphic, it's college football.
I can't. You're going to care about some of these games.
No one cares about college football.
Yeah,
I've been following this year, and I don't know if it's because of the new playoff. I think that's my theory. Is just knowing that someone's season isn't over after one loss is kind of nice.
Yeah,
or even two losses.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to dabble in it a little more.
I'm going to give you top 15. One, we got Oregon 8-0. They're coming off the Ohio State win, feeling good. In my book, rightfully so, number one team. Number two, Georgia, they're 6-1. Remember, they lost earlier to Bama. Then Penn State undefeated 7-0. Ohio State 6-1. They're coming off the Oregon loss, but then they just handled Nebraska last week. Miami 8-0. Texas 7-1. Tennessee 6-1. Notre Dame 7-1. They just came off that win against Navy, so they're feeling good. BYU 8-0. A&M 7-1. Tied at 11. Iowa State undefeated 7-0. Clemson 6-1. Yeah, it's the AP top 25. I don't like ties, but that's the AP. Yeah,
AP. So that's different from the on here. It says Iowa State's 10, Clemson's 12.
Do they have the BCS up?
Which is interesting too. Yeah, I'm on SI.com.
I don't have it. Yeah,
it's a little different. They got Penn State.
All right, read me your list. I'm curious. Read me the top 10.
Georgia number 3. I got Oregon number 1. Coming off the big win against Illinois that we missed. Penn State number 2. Georgia number 3. Ohio State number 4. Then you got 5 Miami, 6 Texas, 7 Tennessee, 8 BYU. Wow, they're still perfect. Yeah. Wow. And only 8.
Mormons, baby.
I hate that. Number 9, Notre Dame. You're Irish. 10, Iowa State. 11, Texas A&M. 12, Clemson, which is nuts to me.
Right.
13, Indiana. 14, Alabama. Indiana. They're undefeated too. Man, the disrespect.
No longer a basketball school.
And then 15, Kansas State.
Okay. So that list, I actually like that list better than the AP top 25. I haven't seen that. I must have missed it.
Well, what the AP is just coaches like a coach's rank or something. Is that
right?
Yeah, fuck
I agree.
that.
I agree.
All right. Like,
so I think this is the first week they've had BCS.
Because that's going to be the most skewed thing.
So that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So that dives us in to our biggest game this year. And before we get there, or this week, I got this little video I want to show because it made me chuckle.
Feet tall right now and strong as an ox. Who the fuck is this guy? Hey, who the fuck are you? Huh? Who the fuck are you? Okay, I like it. All right.
I love that clip. If you're
Oh
listening
my
instead of
God.
watching, it's eastbound and down, and it's the Big Ten mashup, and Indiana's talking their shit, and even knowing who they are. I love it. Well, we got Penn State hosting Ohio State. It's number 4 versus number 3, like you just said. Over on set 46.5. Ohio State 3.5-point favorite. This is in Happy Valley. The tragedy in this whole thing. This is a noon kickoff game. This needs to be a night game, a whiteout for Penn State. This just seems like they missed the ball here.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
I know it's Fox's big noon
that one.
kickoff.
I don't like
and I'm
that.
sure that plays a role into it. And but damn, dude, this should have been a 7 o'clock ESPN ABC game, wide out. Let the crowd be electric here. I'm not saying it's not going to be. I'm sure Happy Valley is going to be a tough place to play, but something about nighttime and wideouts would be phenomenal. I'm going to pick Ohio State here.
State.
I think they go in there. They got a chip on their shoulder. They're going to handle business. I like the over 46.5. I think both teams are going to score. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a good game, but I do think Ohio State will pull it off at the end. Yeah.
I think Ohio State could actually blow them out. I think it could get ugly. I don't know. Again, I scratch my head every week with rankings. I just don't.
I vibe with what you're saying because I look at Ohio State compared to Penn State. If there's going to be a blowout, it's going to be Ohio State blowing out Penn State. It's not going to be the opposite. If Penn State wins, it's in overtime by a point. I agree with you. Ohio State 3.5 point.
Who's favored?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, what are we doing?
Conspiracy theory. Night game, 7 o'clock, wide out. I think Penn State might be favored. Throwing it out there. All right, moving on. We've got Pitt going to Dallas, SMU. Both teams are ranked. This is the second biggest game of the week. Not a lot of action here. 18 Pitt, number 20 SMU. Over under 59.5. SMU 7.5-point favorite. Both teams looking to fight their way in for a playoff spot. And I think they both have a chance. All roads lead to Miami in the ACC.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is
both teams.
Is Pitt still undefeated?
Still undefeated.
Wow.
Sound like, wow. Yeah, SMU's undefeated.
Wow. I'm just pretty. All right, I know I've got an idea about Pitt. I haven't really kept an eye on
SMU had a very close game against Duke.
First year in the ACC.
But Duke's not as bad as what we grew up with.
They're no slouch. No slouch.
There you go.
I'll take Pitt.
Yeah.
I'll take Pitt in this one.
I'm with you.
SMU, it's a good story. That seems a little too hype for me. I don't know.
I agree.
Looking at their resume.
I'm gonna take Pitt. I'm with you. It is a night game though, so I don't know if that plays a role. But yeah, I'm gonna take Pitt. They've got some proven talent there. And last game, team you're kind of familiar with, the Golden Gophers, Minnesota, traveling to 24 Illinois, over and set at 45.5. Minnesota 3-point favorite. Illinois, they're ranked.
Minnesota's a 3-point favorite.
Minnesota going on the road as a 3-point favorite.
That's weird.
I think Illinois only has 1 loss. Minnesota has 2 losses.
But they beat
USC. They beat UCLA. They barely lost to Michigan.
Illinois.
Yeah,
that's weird. I would trust PJ Fleck. And I'm as biased as it gets when it comes to the Gophers. I hope they win every week. They're kind of I don't know. How can you not like the Golden Gophers?
Yeah, something about a guy that wears a tie on the sideline. It's like, that's a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Illinois. This is the one we're going to differ on. I just think Illinois has got a certain swagger to them this year. Yeah, they're coming, they were undefeated, then they take a loss, but now they've kind of stumbled back.
A bad loss. I think we hyped it last week.
Did.
I really thought Illinois is going to show up, and
they didn't.
They fell flat. I think they revealed their true colors.
This is the week I think they're going to expose themselves for who they are. Either they go back to work on Monday, they're a buzzsaw now, or that loss defines them and they're the Illinois who we grew up with. Not very good.
Well, you know that number 24 ranking isn't real. This is the whole thing where it's like we're gonna give them the 24 seed because we can't make the jump too much. We can't throw them off the top 25, right. So we'll give them 24. Like this is the whole madness.
I'm not mad at you for that. Yeah.
It's not a real. That's what I'm saying. Is like some people like my upset pick is the Gophers. It's like screw that. It's not an upset pick. You've picked the favorite. Clearly, I guarantee you, someone's gonna say that on College Game Day. Someone's gonna say that shit. It's gonna piss me off.
I'm with you. How do you feel about Corso being on College Game Day? There's been a lot of like flack on social media.
I say I want him there.
I do too. As long as he's down for it.
I want him there.
Yeah.
Yes. I want him like on the show, even if this is bad. Even if he's in his hospital bed, I want someone to bring him the mascot heads so he can make those picks.
Are you just gonna roll him out like Jimmy Carter?
Day. I'm saying till his dying day. Yeah. That's what I want. Course.
As long as he wants to be there, I'm with you.
Oh, he wants to be there. I think that's why, right? He would love to do it. He lives for that.
I hope he keeps doing it. People are just upset. I'm like, look, man, like he needs to be on there. It's not College Game Day without him.
I love it. People can hate. I like it. Hey, I just bought my subscription for ESPN Plus purely to watch Berman do NFL primetime.
Something about it, dude.
Purely. There's something about it. I was like missing it in my life because I was just not getting the highlight show. They've done us a disservice. So I caved. Now I spent whatever it is, ridiculous amount to watch one thing. But I did.
I love it.
Because I love it that much.
I love that Fitz.
Like, you know what? I'll pay for primetime. I'll pay for primetime.
For Chris, for Boomer? Yeah.
Yeah. Booger kind of sucks. I wish it was Tom Jackson.
I do. That's what I was about to say.
I think I would have bought it at the beginning of the season if it was Tom Jackson. It took me about 6 weeks.
If it was, I just wish TJ, because I don't think there was a better duo doing highlights than those two.
Yeah. Perfect.
Even like SVP, Stuart Scott, Rich Eisen, Stuart Scott. Boomer and TJ, it's just something about them. Two big guys. Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah. All right. I don't have anything else before we get to our NFL pick'ems unless you do.
No, I got nothing other than Ant right now is on a revenge tour against the Dallas Mavericks. I think he dropped like 24 in one quarter.
Ant's looking dangerous. So. Real quick, NFL roundup. Colts are benching Anthony Richardson. I don't know if you saw that, Fitz. He taps out on the goal line. 3rd and goal. He's like, hey, I need a break. Which is wild that he pulls himself. You don't really want that as leader. So Joe Flacco gets the nod now. Yeah.
Wow.
Stephon Diggs out for the season with a torn ACL. So the Ravens agreed to trade a slew of draft picks to the Panthers for Johnson. So they get a little wide receiver help.
What did they get? What did the Panthers get for that? I was curious about that.
I just had it.
Because that could actually be really good for the Panthers.
They'll send a 5th round pick to the Panthers for Johnson and then 6th round selection. That's actually,
that sucks.
The Panthers got hosed.
Damn it. I wanted like a 2nd or a 3rd round.
Little money ball action.
That stinks. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
That's terrible.
Panthers. Sell the team. Sell the team.
Again.
Man, my poor mother. She just
poor Dana.
I just feel bad.
Yeah.
They peaked in 2015. I think that's the last time my mom was like really happy.
Damn.
Other than when Steve Wilkes took over as interim head coach and they got on a win streak after selling McCaffrey.
Yeah, I know.
That was like the last glimmer of hope for my mom. She was like, we found our coach. We're gonna turn a corner. This is it. And then it just feels like it's gonna be 20 years of misery.
Yeah, dude.
It's just bad. Like my mom's gonna be old and gray haired by the time the Panthers are good again, which is just sad.
Well, I look at Steve Wilkes, man. I hope. I don't want people to get fired. I'd never want people to get fired. But Sean Clark at App, I hope they come to a mutual parting of ways. I'll put it that way. And Steve Wilkes gets the job at App. I love Steve Wilkes as coach.
Yeah, that'd be I
think we have.
I can't remember if we talked about that before, but I've definitely had that idea. I think he'd be a great hire.
I said
he is somebody we love talking about Steve Wilkes. He's just someone that can change a culture. Like I see him in like the Dan Campbell type of coach of just really getting energy, getting guys behind you and pause.
Line them up behind you, baby. Let's go.
And we like changing the culture. I think that's a huge thing.
200%. I agree. Speaking of Dan Campbell, Lions, Jamison Williams, he's got a warrant out for his arrest for concealed weapon charge he got pulled over October 8th. So that does not help. He's already suspended for 2 weeks for substance abuse. He was going to be back after Sunday.
These damn receivers, man.
Well, yeah. So
that's crazy. On Packers week,
not great. You're loving it. Tim is rolling in his grave.
Well,
okay, fair enough.
I wouldn't say I love it. It's kind of sad. Sad development.
Well, hopefully we get squashed.
It's a good distraction for a team that's humming before they play my team. I'll say that.
Well, let's talk about these games this week, and we'll get to your Packers Lions matchup, which is great. Thursday night football, Texans Jets. Over on set 42.5. New York 2-point favorite. I'm calling bullshit. The Jets are dead. They showed you who they are. They have nowhere else to turn to. They have nowhere else to go. They've changed their coach. They've changed coordinators. They brought in wide receivers. They've showed us their true colors. They're not a good football team. Give me the Texans.
Yeah, the one thing is that Diggs' injury could definitely play in favor of the Jets. Jets are desperate. I don't think the Jets are going to win many games this year or many more in that case. I think they get this one. I think Texans missing some of their key guys. I just think they could struggle. And again, Jets are desperate. They need to win. I'm picking the Jets. I'm a little reluctant doing that, but
wow. Nico Collins, is he back yet?
That's a question mark. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, nothing can be clear yet on. I can't remember. I don't know if he's on IR or not. All right, that's Thursday night. Hop into Sunday here. They're a little out of order here, Fitz. So there's some afternoon games with some early games. I do apologize, but typically I'm better than this. Patriots at Titans. Over on set 37.5. Tennessee 3-point favorite. I'm gonna do it again. I'm taking a road dog to get a win. Patriots. They look good. Yeah, they beat a bad Jets team. The Titans are damn, they're bad.
Yeah, Titans are worst team in football.
Worse than the Panthers?
I think they're worse than the Panthers. So I'm going to take them.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to take
okay, we agree. Speaking of Panthers, we have Saints taking on Carolina. Over under 44.5. New Orleans 7-point favorite. Not a chance, you say. You're taking New Orleans? You're hammering them? Oh, they have?
No, they have a chance. Wow. I think the Panthers can win this one. I think they can win this
You're
one.
so full of shit. I'm taking the Saints. Rams, Seahawks. Over under is at 48.5. LA 1-point favorite. You got a road favorite now.
Yeah, Rams look good. Hey, they beat the Vikes. They got their receivers back. Seahawks, they're the Jekyll and Hyde team this October. I think you get a little more Jekyll this week.
Yeah, I like that take. Damn, I like that take, Fitz. Yeah, I'm taking them too. What a game, though. Rams and Vikings. That was a hell of a game. Yeah, hell of a game. Hell of a quarterback. Famous Jameis. It's not about the decal on the helmet. Oh, wait. We don't have any of those. Over-runs at 41.5.
I love that.
LA 2.5-point favorite. I'm taking Jameis Winston eating W's against Justin Herbert.
Man, I love Jameis Winston, and it's great to see him back. I just it's hard to see them do it again, like just back-to-back weeks. I think there's maybe a little bit more struggle. I think this is a great game. I like the way the Chargers defense has been playing, especially against the passing game. So I'm going to take the Chargers.
Let me throw this at you. If we ignore records, we look at last week, going into last week before Sunday kicked off, who would you have said the best AFC team was? I would have said the Ravens. Yeah, you still would have gone Chiefs? Okay. I would have gone Ravens. Okay.
With their defense.
Chiefs defense is stout. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bears, Cardinals, Caleb Williams, and the Bears did everything almost right. Except tell their safety to fucking line up and play defense. Don't hype up the crowd. They lose on a Hail Mary. Over set at 44.5. Arizona 1-point favorite. This is another Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde team, Arizona. 1 week they're up, 1 week they're down. One week Marvin Harrison Jr. gets 5 tutties. Next one he gets 5 yards.
Yeah, I don't know. The Cardinals, they're tough to put their finger on. I actually like the Bears in this one. I don't like the Bears, but I think they're competitive. They should have finished last week off. They did. But they'll get it back.
Oh man. I think it leaves a bad taste in the mouth. And I wonder how hard they're going to come out here this week to erase that bad taste. Oh, fuck. I'm going to take the Bears with you. I don't love it, but I love Arizona less than I do the Bears there. If that makes sense. Cowboys, Falcons. I wish Devontae was here. He's in a playoff game. Playoffs. Over set 52.5. Atlanta 2.5 point favorite. Another team that I think might be dead. Cowboys.
Yeah, they got to get Jerry Jones out of there. Like, that is toxic. I like the Falcons. Man, Kirk, he looks strong again against Tampa.
Meet me at the Waffle House, baby. Kirk go bangs is in the building. I'm taking Atlanta too. All right, here it is. This should be a Monday Night Football. This should be Sunday Night Football at the least. Lions at Packers. Both teams are humming right now. 48.5 over under. Detroit 3.5 point favorite here. This needs to be the game of the week.
Yeah, and I think the story is the Lions offense versus Packers defense. The Packers defense been a little sneaky this year, but a new defensive coordinator doing a lot of work. Man, they just look great, especially against the pass. And so if they're talking about Detroit's weapons, I think we can match them on defense. The question is, Love, is he 100%? Is he playing at all? Or is it Malik Willis show? It's at Green Bay, so that's the X factor. It's going to be loud. Unfortunately, I think Detroit gets this one, but defense can, if they can get some turnovers, maybe we spoil their party.
The thing that concerns me about Detroit here, no Aiden Hutchinson. If Love is 80%, we know he's going. Hell, if he's like 65%, he's probably going. He's just a dog. He's a competitor. So he doesn't have Aiden Hutchinson coming off the edge on him. I think he can breathe a little bit easier. Now, Detroit's defense is still tough, but that's the 50-50 margin. If Love is even remotely up to 75%, I think you guys got a real good chance here. I think it's close. It's at Green Bay. I'm going to take Detroit just because that's what my gut's telling me. But I'm not betting this game. I'm not touching it.
Yep, don't touch
Dolphins, Bills. This is a game I'm hammering. 49.5 to over under. Buffalo, 6.5 point favorite. Go ahead. Give me -7. I'm taking Buffalo plus a tutty.
I still believe in the Dolphins. I don't know why. I feel like they're a playoff team. They're gonna put it together. So I believe.
You have the merchant of death from the Buffalo Bills. He saw death, looked him in the eyes, and said, "I'm not done yet." Damar Hamlin is coming for Tua's head. Just be ready. Collecting souls.
Just please slide.
Please God slide. Please God. Jags at Eagles, a team that is all the way back, I feel like. Philadelphia. They're back. I don't have a Philly graphic, so I apologize. They beat my Bengals. They beat the shit out of us. And so I have to believe they're back. Not that we're a bad team. Philadelphia, 7.5 point favorite. I'm hammering it. I think touchdown Jesus is not the answer in Jacksonville. I said it last week. I'll say it again. He's just not very good.
I think Trevor Lawrence has played. I think he's playing pretty well. I think there's some other pieces, some other factors that are holding him back. That being said, I also think Philly. I think they're a little overrated right now. I don't know that I'm impressed by their resume the same way I'm not impressed with a lot of college football teams. Philly can keep winning, and I think it will crumble at some point. So I think the Eagles win, but it doesn't mean much.
I'll agree with you. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to make a late push here, but I think they usually roll against Jacksonville. And I do like what you're saying, Trevor Lawrence. Maybe he's not the whole problem. I think we're going to see him have a career like a Sam Darnold. Kind of like he's going to bounce around maybe another franchise in here and there, and all of a sudden he finds the right click for him, the right groove. But at least that's what I optimistically hope for. Raiders. Bengals. 44.5. It's in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's an 8-point favorite. We need a win. Dear God, do we need a win? I'm taking my boys in orange and black. We've got to have this. This is a got-to-win game. Get back on track. Belt-to-ass game for us.
That's a good Halloween game. You know, Raiders and then, you know, the Halloween colors with the Bengals. Raiders are pretty bad. Bengals have to win.
If we don't win, this is when you give up, you punt on the season. This is the game.
Exactly. If they don't win, sell everything.
Get ready for next year. Commanders, Giants. Jaden Daniels, I've already submitted him for Rookie of the Year. This just seems like he is just phenomenal. Yeah, that pass was underthrown against the Bears, but he still found a way. He held the ball on for 12 seconds before releasing that ball with a busted rib. I think he's the dude. Washington, 3.5-point favorite. Give me the Commanders minus 3.5. I think they roll against the Giants. Go for it.
I have a thought on the underthrown football, so I think we should come back to that point at some point. Giants. Yeah. I love Tyrone Tracy. I don't think him and Neighbors can do it alone this year, but the future is very bright for New York. But no, I think it's the Commanders.
Let's just talk about the NFC least we used to call it. It used to be the world's worst division. There's a lot of hope for these two franchises right here who were laughing stocks for a long time. Shout out to them. Let's talk.
Yep. And again, Eagles, Cowboys trending down. These two teams
and I feel like Eagles one or two pieces away from trending back up. Cowboys an owner away from trending back up, right? So
yeah. Eagles are a coach away.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah,
trending up. Cowboys are Jerry Jones away from trending up. Giants are a QB away.
They're up. They're fucking up. I love that.
They're up.
Let's talk about the pass real quick. We got time. We might as well.
I just know what the music.
Okay, all right.
You know, it seems like
without the music. All right, you got it.
Without the music, kind of.
Broncos, Ravens getting back to work after the loss to Cleveland. The shocking loss. Over on the set 44.5. Baltimore, 9.5-point favorite. I have to make sure I read that right. Yep, 9.5 points. Buzzsaw Baltimore. Edgar Allan Poe, Halloween. Fucking kidding me? I'm taking the Ravens.
Man, these are like polar opposite teams. The Broncos, their defense has been amazing, which has been kind of surprising. Not moving the ball really well on offense. And then the Ravens have a defense that's non-existent. I think the Ravens could struggle in this one, and it's going to be close like all their games are. I'll call my shot. I think Bo Nix finds a way in Baltimore. Denver wins. I would say it's a low-scoring game. I don't know what the over-under is.
44.5.
I bet they that's pretty low. I probably wouldn't touch that, but I think it's going to be really low scoring. I think
if it is low scoring, they've got a chance. The Broncos have got a chance there if they keep them under. Yeah, I like what you're picking up. Plus, the Broncos are trending up, it seems like, somehow, some way.
Did you say 44 or 24? Oh, hammer that. 44. I thought you said 24. I was like, oh, shit, that's low as hell. You know?
Yeah,
like,
hammer the under.
Okay.
Man, Baltimore dropping two in a row. That's wild.
Hammer that.
Somebody pray for Devin's grave. Sunday Night Football. I'm not wild about this, but then Joe Flacco getting the nod. I might be back on this train here. Colts traveling to Minnesota. 45.5 is the over-under. Minnesota 6-point favorite. It is Sam Darnold versus Joe Flacco. Journey quarterback versus arguably Super Bowl champion. Journey quarterback Joe Flacco. I'm a little 6 to midnight talking about these old school quarterbacks here. Yeah.
I'd take Minnesota. They've lost 2 now, and they were a little, they're sitting a little happy, a little too happy at the top. I think, again, as I've said to some people here in Minnesota waters, sometimes a loss feels like a win. And I think the Vikings have experienced 2 losses now that they could probably hang their hat on as, we're just a few plays away from making this, and let's put ourselves in a position where it's not in the ref's hands, but it's in our hands. So I think the Vikings get it back.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Vikings get it back too. I am tempted to say Colts +6. Maybe tease up to 7.5. Yeah, I lose a little odds there, but I do think Colts can keep this interesting, at least for a little bit. All right, Monday Night Football. Bucks versus Chiefs, and damn it, I wish the Bucks were healthy. There'd be a real chance here for work.
I agree.
But I don't think there's a real chance. Kansas City, 8.5-point favorite. Over set at 44.5. I'm going to take Kansas City. They're going to move to continue this undefeated. They're going to be, 8-0, 7-0?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the Chiefs do it. I think, a healthy Bucks team would make it interesting, but Chiefs, they've got a formula figured out, and I don't know who's going to stop them.
100%. All right, that does it for our pick'ems. Fitz, let's talk about this underthrow. Let me cut the music, because after that, we really don't. I just have a bunch of random bullshit for us, and that's it.
I've had this thought for a while, though. Okay, hear me out. I've always thought for a Hail Mary that it actually could work out if you underthrew it and you treated it like a volleyball, like a setback. Okay. Like if you have a receiver go high point the ball, because they're always waiting for a tip. They're always saying as defense, you want to knock it down. And offense is always just trying to go up and catch it. I'm like, what if your best player, you think of who can high point the ball, who's got the biggest vert, and have him just go up there and just try to hit it, just try to tip drill it and have someone sneaking back. So I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks about, everyone's like, oh, Jay Daniels underthrew it. Kind of worked out. Like I think that was kind of a perfect scenario. And there's been a few Hail Marys like that.
All right. So I agree with you. Like having it underthrown to the crowd and getting a chance to tip it up. Yeah, especially if you got a Brock Bowers down there to really get up there, elevate. He's tall, you can get a hand on it. The problem is most defenses do a great job of marking. Make sure you're back farther than the farthest man on offense. Don't get crowd up there. Tyreek Stevenson fucked him. He was supposed to be the guy to be in the back to make sure no one got behind him. Yeah. And he got lost in the crowd. Then he got lost in the shuffle. He was the one to actually punch the ball up like a dumbass to pop in the hands. Mm-hmm. That's all on Tyreek Stevenson there. Not the loss, but that play in particular. That he was the guy that's supposed to be back farther than anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just unfortunate. It's almost like a fluke too. It just feels like I don't know how that happened.
Imagine thinking the NFL's like WWE. You're just like the villain. You're the heel, hyping up the crowd. Like that's wild to me, man. But no, I'm with you.
Yeah, he's the dumbass of the week for sure. I'm just saying. I think there might be more method to the madness. And especially how the play happened. Like there was all sorts of time.
You rushed 2 against him, and maybe there's a hold. You're not going to call it on Hail Mary, though, unless it's blatant obvious, Yeah, I'm with you. All right, Fitz. Little Halloween coming at you. You're going to rank blindly. You don't know what's coming next. Halloween candy. So you get your Power Rangers costume on, your kid
candy. Okay.
This is the thing you're looking forward to most in your bucket.
Okay.
All right. Starting off with Snickers.
Okay.
1 through 5.
Ooh. Snickers not bad. Not bad. Very common in the Halloween bucket. It's not what I go for first, but they're nice. I would say I'd give it a 4. Give it a solid 4.
I don't hate that. Don't hate that. Oh, I think Vontae just joined here.
I'm back, baby. What's
He's
happening?
back.
Oh, perfect time.
Oh,
He can join
yeah.
us for the.
I love it. All right, Devontae, I don't know if you caught it. We're
I did.
blindly ranking
Okay.
Halloween candies. First one's up is Snickers, and I'm gonna put you on the screen here in a second.
Snickers. Ugh. All right. You said top 4?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top five. Okay. And this is the first choice.
Yeah, this is the first one.
First choice, Snickers is going number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Fitz put it 4. You put it 3. I like it.
Yep.
Next up, Sour Patch Kids.
Man, you know, I was actually doing a trunk or treat event this week, handing out candy, and there were actually just people giving me candy because I brought some, but we ran out, and then they were just kind of like, you know, restocking. And I saw Sour Patch Kids. I said, "Hold up, they're handing these out." I didn't even know that was a thing.
Right.
It might be.
The long pack?
Oh man, it might be my number 1.
Yeah, Fitz going 1.
I was kind of envious that I didn't have that
Yeah.
when I was trick or treater. I thought I'd be thrilled to have that. So I'll go ahead and I'll lock it in. I don't think I've been more hype about seeing candy passed out during Halloween. So I'll say
I love
Sour
that.
Patch
And
Kids.
Devontae, to answer your question, we'll say all this is regular size, no king size stuff.
Okay.
So
I'll go number 2. I love a good gummy, but Sour Patch Kids are not my favorite gummy.
okay.
I don't even think people pass out my favorite gummy for real.
What's
It's the
favorite
Alban-
gummy? Gushers?
No, Albanese gummy bears. The ones they have Albanese in Target, but you can also get them at Speedway. But they're Speedway gummies, but like they're the same thing, same flavor.
Oh, dude, I've never seen anyone hand those out.
Albanese, I'm telling you.
Albanese, yeah. All right. Reese cups. 2.
Number 2.
Number 1 for me.
That was what I was torn between. I'd say I was torn between number 1, but I think Sour Patch. Sour Patch is kind of the new toy for me. I'm kind of fucking with that idea right now.
Saying 2 or 1.
But Reese's easy,
Yeah.
very easy number 2. Yeah,
I say number 1.
I'm not mad about that, boys.
Peanut butter and chocolate, just what a combo.
Yeah, Reese's.
Oh,
man,
yeah,
those
you're
are
absolutely
just-
right.
They're so good.
All right, Skittles.
That's 5 for me. That's a 5. I don't know. I like Skittles.
Yeah.
I'm just
All right.
maybe I'm more
So
of a chocolate.
this
guy.
is locked in for Fitz's 3, Devontae's 4.
Yep.
Almond Joy.
I hope it's chocolate. Hell yeah, number 3. Let's go. Let's go. I love
Of
Almond
course
Joy.
you do.
Let's go.
You
All
actually
right.
like Almond Joys? Oh,
Yeah, almond
That's
joys are
very
so good. And the mounds,
Oh,
you have
yeah,
the
the
mounds.
mounds.
It's like the
very
dark
mature
chocolate
of you.
with
Man.
coconut. Those are good too. I've always liked the almond.
Maybe I
Joys.
should have said Reese cups for last and
Those are
see
good.
how that shake things up. But I think you guys would have kept out. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
think you
I
guys
would
are
have
patient
waited. I
enough.
would have waited it out. I figured
Yeah.
Reese's was.
You
in
have to
there.
throw Reese's
Yeah.
in there. I think they're most people's 1 or 2. Good list, boys. Good job. Devontae, is there anything you want to talk about sports related? We've talked about everything under the sun. I know you joined us late. Did you win the playoff game?
Do you believe in your Falcons? You believe in your Falcons?
Yeah. I'm starting to believe. They said Kirk Cousins had the most amount of touchdowns against the Buccaneers. Like, I forgot what it was, but it was some stat that they put up about him. And I thought that was kind of wild. I also thought it was wild that Kyle Pitts ended up with 1.5. I know it was 2, but 1.5 touchdowns for tight end day. So that was cool for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. They
Counts as
run
2.
the South, man. The South gonna hold it down. Hopefully they keep it that way. And it's also crazy to think that we're already in week 8 because I've been seeing the graphics for like if the NFL were to be in the playoffs by now. And like, have y'all seen that playoff picture? It's kind of wild. Like,
No, I haven't.
seeing. Let me see. So in the I should
Don't do that. Don't
Sorry,
look ahead. Just take my advice. Just enjoy the ride.
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna just live in the moment.
These Falcons fans, man, they haven't been in the playoffs for like 8 years. They start jumping the gun.
Hey, as a Bengals fan, you just start counting those banners, Devontae. You just go ahead and start doing it.
But no, we
okay.
That happened. I don't know if you covered Deontay Johnson finally becoming a Raven.
Sorry. No, we haven't.
Sorry about that.
Yep. For nothing. Panthers didn't get anything in return.
Of course, because we just do what we want. Well, they do what they want. Anthony Flacco Joe is back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we talked about that.
He can make a run.
I like that move actually a lot.
Yeah, I feel bad though because honestly, I mean, Anthony Richardson has such an arm and like no accuracy, and I feel like they're not using him right. I feel like he would have been in a better position had he been in Miami behind Tua, where he can just like run and just air that bitch out, because that brought them to the playoffs. But the Colts don't function that way. They have routes and not just straight line go routes. So
I agree with you, Devontae. I like that take a lot. I think the nail in the coffin for Anthony Richardson was him tapping out on the goal line.
Yeah. That's kind of wild. Yeah, seeing that live was kind of crazy. Like, it was like I thought he was about to throw up or something, but no.
I thought he was hurt. Yeah.
No. But I don't know. Sports, man. Sports are crazy.
Sports are crazy.
That's about it.
Hey, how was that playoff?
We won.
Hell yeah.
We won. We play again on Sunday. Don't know the team we play. Nice team effort. Got the ball moving. Didn't come away with any points, but filled up the stat sheet in other ways.
Dennis Rodman-esque.
As I do as a blue guy,
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, this is
more
coach
of it.
talk. I love it.
This is it.
Got out there, ran the court, ran the floor. That's the least I can do. I was like, if I'm not gonna get the ball, I can at least run the court. I'm gonna get something out of it. So I did that. Played defense. Try to keep up with the young boys as best as I can.
Larry Bird is hard hearing this right now. He loves this.
And only we move Sunday at 2:30. I don't know where we're at, but somewhere in Cali.
Let the people know we're gonna show up, show out for Devontae.
We're gonna show up. Try to see. Also,
man, can you imagine we had Vontae on?
Dude, that's honestly we were missing like a big man
back in the day.
Yeah.
We needed that
because like Tim was the dirty work guy, but
kind of the guy doing the
Devontae's got about 3 inches on Tim.
See, that's the thing though. So like, I'm usually the big man, but I think I'm 235 now. So like, I've been playing in the post still, but like, it's weird having people like body me. I'm like, oh, what's going on now? I'm kind of light in the ass now, so I gotta be a floating forward. I love more 5 out 5 or something.
I love it. All right, let's do our pick'ems. I'm loving our anytime tutties too. Like we're getting so close, boys. We're dialing it in. All right, let's start with a parlay though. Any day you guys want, let me know. As you guys are thinking, Yankees have swung momentum back on their side. They're up 3 runs against the Dodgers, 5-2 right now. So maybe they're not dead. Don't you die on me.
Call it over.
All right. So whatever game you guys want, whatever day you guys want, we'll make it happen. If we're doing college football and pro football, we can do it. It doesn't matter because those are already preset. It's only when you add NHL and NBA there. We got to call it a day.
Let me see. God, we have in full swing of sports too. So
yeah, everything is at our fingertips.
I might make a. Oh man, I hate some of my picks. I had some bold takes. Some bold takes for sure.
I think we just fed off each other. Like you said a ballsy pick. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a ballsy pick in there too.
Maybe. Okay.
We just rolled our balls together.
All right, let's not touch NFL then. Not in the right.
Some things roll downhill.
The right head. All right, let's see.
All right, I'm gonna lay
Yeah, what are
my
y'all thinking?
nutsack on the table here. Number 10, A&M traveling to South Carolina. They're 2.5 point favorites. Go ahead and give me the Cox. I'm all in on the Cox. Give me
Okay.
South Carolina. Upset.
Big cock guy.
Big cock guy. That defense is hard, dude.
I'm gonna go. Give me Arizona State on the spread against Oklahoma State.
I don't hate that. ASU -3, so you want a -3?
Yep.
I like that. Oklahoma State is who we thought they were. Frauds.
Yeah.
Except I actually was really high on them. I thought they'd do better. But yeah, Arizona State, I like it.
I'm thinking I can also do a college football pick.
Wherever your heart leads you. Yeah, you taking
Can I
Minnesota
take
money
the
line?
Gophers? The Gophers
All right.
over.
They are
Illinois.
favorites. But I like
Gophers
it.
are favorites.
See, that's what I hate. That should. Oh, see, I hate that. I don't like. That's what was holding me back. But
You stick
that's
to
my
it.
pick.
You row the boat. Row the boat.
I think that's a winner. It's a winner. It sucks though. I like. Why have them ranked if they're not the favorite? It just drives me nuts.
I get it, especially they're on the road.
That's a fake 24 ranking.
That's exactly what you said earlier. Exactly. All right. Anytime, Tutty. Let's go ahead. Let's get it.
Did we? What was it? 2 for 3? Yeah.
2 for. Well, we added. Let's see. We had Kittle hit. We had Kraft. I don't think Kraft scored.
Yeah.
No, he did.
Oh, he did. So that's
right?
2 for.
No, he
Okay.
didn't. He did. That was last week. He had a great catch. He didn't.
That's
score.
right. That's right. We had Mouth. I don't think he scored Monday night.
Hmm.
And then we had
Who?
Kelsey. Kelsey scored.
Wow.
Whose mouth?
Thundermouth, whatever his
Who
name
the
is
hell
from
is
Pittsburgh.
Oh, Fryer move.
Fire move.
Oh,
Mouth.
Moose.
Mouth. I wrote down Mouth.
Fryer mouth. Fryer mouth. Like
Fryer
who the
mouth.
fuck is
That's
mouth?
not me.
Like, is this a nickname that I don't know about?
Mouth. He's got that mouth, man.
Oh,
Like, they call him the
Get the hot
mouth
tour.
because he's like Pac-Man out
He's
there.
gobbling it up.
I was like, who the hell is
I
the
get
mouth?
canceled. All right.
I thought that was like a Monra or someone. It's like, this is a nickname I haven't heard.
All right. Anytime, Tony. Whatever you guys want, let's do it.
All right, let's see. Let's see our matchups here.
give me Sedarian Lamb anytime.
CD Lamb.
Who? Oh, Sedarian.
Against your
You're
boys.
throwing all these names
Yeah.
I don't know.
He knows what he's about.
Mm,
All right.
damn. I mean, that's
Yeah,
not a
like-
bad strategy. You know what? I'll also take one against my boys. If the Packers are going to give up a touchdown, it's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be to David
Exactly.
Montgomery.
Now, if it's like
So-
to what's the name, Jalen Tolbert, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, right. Man. All right. So that leaves me taking a Vegas, a Raider.
Mm.
Fuck, I don't like that, boys.
You don't
I'm doing
have
it.
to.
I'm
You
doing
don't
it.
have to.
All right,
Don't
let me check
force
your
it.
stats real quick.
Don't
I'm
force
looking.
it.
Obviously, Brock Bowers jumps out at me, and we can't cover a big tight end. We're a little banged up. Fuck it, Brock Bowers anytime, Tutty.
There you go.
I kind of wish
Okay.
Michael Myers was healthy.
That's not bad.
Obviously, I take him for Halloween.
Not bad.
Good episode, boys. I know Devontae joined late there, but overall, good episode. Good candy jumps. Good parlays here. I do have a random question. Unless you guys got one.
Okay.
All right. Any pro athlete that can help you
Mhm.
defeat any horror movie villain? They're got to be current. Who do you take?
Mm,
Ah, damn, that's a good one. I didn't think about
TJ Watt.
that. TJ Watt.
He single-handedly won me my fantasy game this week. So
Yeah.
I'm like riding. I'm just riding high on a victory Monday or a victory Tuesday. Sorry.
yeah, that was a pretty good one. How do you follow that one up? Mm,
It's just a game wrecker, man.
I gotta go Vita Vea then.
Oh,
And
that's a good one.
It's pretty good.
Man. I think I'm just gonna let you boys down here. I'm gonna take
Jair Alexander.
I'm gonna take Caleb Williams painting his nails. No, I'm gonna take Mike Tyson. He's current.
Yeah, technically.
He's current. He's boxing.
He's current.
CTE's real.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I figured you would.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna take Mike.
That's cheap.
All right.
That's like saying Vijay Singh, or I don't know, like who's like, he plays the Masters
He's
every
still
year.
there, baby.
It's like what? It's like okay.
I love it. All right, great episode. We'll catch you listeners and watchers next week. Have a beautiful week and go trick or treating. Bet on some sports. Hopefully, it's all treats, no tricks for you.
Be safe.
Don't gamble.